A spectacular performance. Curry from half court. Sometimes, something looks like it's been there a while.
We are here, the 3 Points Podcast, with a back-to-back episode. After a long time. I don't think in our history we have done a back-to-back episode. So shout out us. Shout out the Warriors as well, because we got a nice, comfortable win against that Los Angeles Lakers, our big rivals, where King James showed up tonight as well. So did Steph. So did Clay. So did Kuminga. Guess who did not show up, though? Anthony Day-to-Day Davis. Anthony made out of glass Davis. A. Disney. He was not there. He had a optical something. What did he have? He had
He had a big ouchie.
He had a big ouchie. He had a boo-boo.
Yeah.
He had a boo-boo right in his eye area. And it's more or less of the same. It's not surprising. But nonetheless, we got the nice, comfortable win. We were also blessed with a lot of technical difficulties from the referees. That was how long was that segment?
19 minutes was the official time on it.
19 minutes. Wow. And a funny portion of that when LeBron was like, "Man, I'm too old for this." That was kind of funny.
Good one, LeBron. Nobody can see my face. I'm not laughing. I'm not even smiling.
I actually honestly find it really funny, man. It's man. He's the oldest player in the league, and he's dropping 40 points. Come on, man. So, with that being said, I think I'm gonna open the floor to the boys who wants to take the first analysis, talk about the game tonight. Open floor, open mic, popcorn style.
Like, okay. I guess I'll go first. Obviously, everything Warriors begins and ends with one man, Stephen Curry. First game back from injury, coming off an ankle tweak. You don't know if he's going to be 100%. Obviously, he said he was fine, but he's coming back and only after like 3 games, 1 week.
First quarter, it didn't seem like he was fine.
That's true. There was a part of my mind that was thinking, like, man, I hope he's not rushing this back just to play against LeBron and Lakers. But obviously, that was not the case. He had a great night. His shot was falling. He had a rough first quarter, but he was kind of feeling it out. I've seen some Lakers fans coping, saying, once Steph goes off, once AD gets off the floor, like, look, Steph put up 40 against you guys with AD on the court for like 50 minutes last time we played. So I don't think that had that much to do with it. I think it was just Steph was feeling it out. His shot wasn't falling at first, and then it was because he's Steph Curry. And this is just kind of more evidence towards the trend that we saw when Steph was out, which essentially goes, when he plays, we have an offense, and when he doesn't play, we don't. And when he doesn't play well, we also don't. And there was a lot of really specific examples of that. Like, just the main thing is that you see when he's on the court that you don't see when he's not, is breaking down a guy in isolation, completely opening up a 4-on-5 opportunity for the offense, forcing somebody else to come help, and then swinging it to the corner to start, to punish the 4-on-5 that he's created. Like that doesn't happen when he's not playing, because he's the only guy on our team that can make it happen. So, it's not a news flash that he's instrumental to us ever playing winning basketball, but it's always cool to see it in action. Led to a win tonight.
Yes, sir. Steph was back again. He's looking pretty good. I think Clay, I want to give a shout out to Clay for the first quarter because he kept us in that game. But Steph had a slow start, but coming back from injury for being out like a week, you kind of expect even like the best to kind of take a little while to kind of get back to form. And he knew how to kind of waver through the game and kind of find his spots and not force it too much. But one guy I do want to shout out is Dre and Kuminga, because their connection was like on point today. Like numerous times throughout the game, they were just like quick pass to Dre they had like a 3-on-2 or whatever, or 2-on-1 towards the basket, and they got to capitalize. So they did that to perfection. But some guys were just like, it was a win, so that's good. But like Wiggins, I just want to kind of shit on him a little bit, because his shot again was like not there again tonight, and it's a little disappointing. But Steph, Clay, Dre, and Kuminga, our 4 best players, played spectacular tonight, so that's good to see. But yeah, definitely want to see Wiggins playing a little better next time, I guess.
And it's funny because he had 16 points, but it was like a painful 16 points. Like, it really was. It did not feel like 16 points from
Yeah.
it was horrible. It was really bad. It just felt like every time he was touching the ball, it was just a bad shot, a tough shot. He's just throwing it up. Very
Well, it's kind of weird
disappointing.
because I didn't really it's like some of his shots didn't feel like super terrible. Like some of them, obviously, like he's kind of Andrew Wiggins. He makes boneheaded decisions sometimes, but some of them were like all right shots that I'm okay with him taking. But he just, I mean, you can't really, I don't really know what you can do about that because it's not like shot selection is really his problem at this point. It's kind of just like, has he just like lost it, I guess now, and that's yeah. I mean, I don't know what
Yeah,
to
I
think
mean,
about
I
that.
feel like it seemed like it's just so weird. You're in your prime, dog. Like 2 years ago, you were the second best offensive player on a team, on a championship winning team. Maybe 2A, 2B with Clay. But what's up? What I just don't understand it. And I feel like it just goes to show at being an NBA player, there's so many more nuances to being a team. Because imagine if I'm on a team and I'm trying to win a chip, and all of a sudden one of the guys I was with forgot how to play basketball, I would be extremely frustrated. Like if I was Steph, if I was Clay, if I was Dre, I'd be like, I would punch him. I would give Wiggs a good solid punch. Maybe this could be like the reverse Jordan Poole. Dre punch Poole, he forgot how to play basketball. We punch Wiggins, he'll remember how to play basketball. But jokes aside, it's just I really wish there was like, all right, it's because he got injured. He hasn't even gotten injured. It's just like it's so frustrating.
Yes, questioning, but I mean, Pods had another good game though. Like on the positive side, Trace had an all right game. I didn't really feel his presence that much, but Pods had like a very solid game. I think he only started scoring like he had his first points in like the third quarter or something like that. Like he hit a corner three to get his first 3 points, but his presence was kind of felt throughout the entire game, and that's really good to see because like you need, even though I don't really have a championship aspirations for this team this year, you do need those guys for at least next year if we want to make a serious push. You do need guys like that, like him, Moody, Wiggins. Wiggins, I guess at this point is just like a role player, but you do need guys like that if we're going to bank on Kaminga reaching that star potential and then hopefully contending next year. But yeah,
Yeah, absolutely. Pods, although the stats won't say that he's, doing an insane amount, but there's a reason he's getting like 30 plus minutes per game. There's a reason he's getting these minutes, and it's
dude,
because
leading
he
the league in charges, it's cooking
absolutely, man, as a rookie.
as a
Holy
rookie.
cow, as a rookie, that's some veteran moves out there, man. So, to the casuals out there who's 5 points, 3 rebounds. So sorry, 5 points, 5 assists, 3 rebounds. He's more than that. It's his presence, right? Again, 30 plus minutes speaks for itself, right? You see a guy like Wiggins, he also got 30 minutes, but Pod's got 35 minutes. So clearly he's doing something well.
Yeah. I think Pods is definitely the better player at this point. I mean, Wiggins is definitely I think we need him just because of the defensive. It kind of gives us some more depth defensively, but I still kind of prefer Pods because of how he flows in the offense, and obviously he's drawing the most charges in the league. He's doing something right as a rookie, so I mean he's still a positive on kind of both ends of the floor, I think.
It's
But
interesting that's a kind of a good question. I honestly feel like I still prefer Wiggins with like the big guys, like with like Steph, Dre, and I guess like and Kuminga and stuff. Just because when he's with like when we got the top guys there, the offensive load could be lifted off of Wiggins, and then him defensively is obviously significantly better than Pods. So I get your point for sure, and it's not like an insane thing to say for like by no means, but I would still
yeah,
probably just take Wiggins just because of defensively. Surprisingly, he still has it.
yeah, he
Surprisingly,
does. Yeah,
knock on
for sure.
wood. Thank God. Thomas, you've been quiet for a
Say,
second.
I was gonna say also Wiggins had some pretty tough defensive moments today, like very casually. He had one just fucking terrible possession. I think it was against Rohit Chamara in transition, where he just stood there and let Roy go right past him with the Euro step. Didn't fucking move. And no, I think it's kind of a continuation, just a longer trend. Like, I mean, you can attribute his decline to a lot of things, but if you're trying to look for like a genuine cause that makes sense, the only one that jumps to my mind is that he has gotten paid and doesn't carry that much anymore. I think when you look at the way that he plays the game, approaches the game, the level of energy that he brings when he's on the court, it's not indicative of somebody who cares that much whether the team wins or loses. I don't even think that necessarily means he can't be a positive player, because he still, I think, is very much a positive defender for this team, even though he did have that one moment just really frustrated me, because it was at a point in the game where the score was still close, and I felt like he was helping let the Lakers back in the game by just giving Roy a free layup, basically. But I don't think he necessarily is past the point where he can be a positive player for us, but I do think he's past the point where he cares whether he's a positive player for us. And again, that's just based on the results and the way that he's achieving those results and the general vibe and demeanor. Like, I mean, when was the last time you saw him like really truly attack more than once in a game? He does it. He'll do it once a game. He'll break down his man. He'll like do that spin move he got to earlier this game, or he'll just like put his shoulder into a guy and go for a tough layup, and then he just never does anything. And to me, the only way that you can really explain that is that he doesn't really care that much. So,
but you know, what you're saying, I wholeheartedly agree with you. But the one thing that kind of confuses me is that defense is more of an effort thing, I would say.
That's kind of true, which is kind of weird.
That's what's weird, because it's like, okay, if someone was like offensively, you know, he's still taking his shot, whatever, but then defensively, he's just kind of jogging, it's a lazy hand up, you'd be like, all right, he just doesn't care. But if someone is defensively, he's still one of the better defensive players in our team. And it's not like he's always been naturally good at defense. No, he's had to work to be good at defense. When he came to us, he wasn't a very good defender. When he was with the Timberwolves, he wasn't a very good defender. So
he has always had like the gifts to be a good defender. Like, he has good length,
definitely.
Good athleticism. He's strong, you know.
Definitely,
kind of like Moody.
definitely.
He kind of just,
definitely. He was just never unlocked those tools. And obviously with us, he has. Yeah. But even with that being said, it's still defense is a very much I'm gonna lock in and stand in front of this guy type thing.
Yeah.
I don't know.
It's definitely weird to see.
It's such a weird dynamic. It's just, this is so much more confusing than Poole, because Poole, it was very clear what was happening. Very clear what the problem was. Horrible defender, not good team chemistry. Done. Game was over. Wiggins, I don't know. And it's just so upsetting to see. It's really, really upsetting to see. But I think there were a lot of other great spots on the team, like you guys said. Chris Paul, he kind of was there. 19-ish minutes.
I saw his. He played pretty well in the minutes he had, which is good to see. I guess.
There was a funny moment where Wes, like you measured, he looked like a kid standing when the shot clock buzzer thing was going off, and he was standing next to Kerr, like with his hands in his pockets. He literally
looked like a little kid.
That was so funny. It was really, really funny. He literally looked like an NPC. It was hella funny. But good minutes from him. And I guess we got to talk about it. It's kind of beating a dead horse at this point. But Clay, when he's on, man, my goodness, it's a beautiful sight. It's a beautiful sight. Thomas, it looks like you want to say something.
Oh yeah, no, I mean, he's still absolutely instrumental to this team playing offense at a high level. Just everything opens up so much. Like, because the reality is, this team does not have that many shooters. You have Steph and Clay, who are arguably Steph's obviously the greatest shooter of all time. Clay, who is arguably the second greatest shooter of all time. And then you basically have nobody else who's a truly high level above average shooter. So you need them both if you want to open anything up. But when you have them both, oh my God, the amount of space that it clears out in the middle of the court, because people are flying around the perimeter on defense, trying to chase after them. And the amount of space it opens up, not only for Draymond to get in the short roll and then dish it out to people like, throw lobs to Kuminga, dish it out to shooters on the corner. Although, to be fair, unfortunately, we don't have shooters on the corner, really. We have like Gary Payton and
it's supposed to be like Wiggins.
Yeah, in an ideal scenario. And then, especially now, this is something that we really haven't seen for like a good like 3 or 4 previous years. For Kuminga and TJD to be able to go in that short roll and then instead of passing out to just straight up attack the basket, because all that's ever going to be there is whoever happens to have rotated in to protect the paint. And often it's not even a big. So you're getting guys like TJD opportunities to go up for these sometimes they are tough contested shots, but you're going up against guys like Roy Chamara and that was when I saw this game and Torian Prince, guys like that. They've come over to rotate. or D'Lo, they've come over to rotate and protect the paint because everybody's so busy chasing it around. Now you get Kuminga and TJD driving into them with momentum, going to the rack, and that's going to create good offense for this team. And it's a type of offense that we have not seen a lot in like the past 3 or 4 years. Because the reality is, when it's Draymond who's on that role, obviously he provides you something that most people don't with his ability to pass the ball, but he's not going to be attacking the rim aggressively. And so it's just nice to see kind of a new dimension being added to our offense in real time. But it is a dimension that it only exists so long as Klay Thompson is on the court and shooting well. Because when he's playing himself off the court with bad shooting, it's not going to be there anymore.
Yeah. I mean, the offense is like completely like black and white compared to like that Dallas game versus like this game where like Draymond is like doing fake handoffs or he's like driving in. There's 2-on-1s. He's making the quick pass to Kuminga or Trace, and they're either getting fouled or they're making the lob. And I don't know, it's just beautiful compared to this Kuminga trying to create on his own.
It's just because we have so many possibilities when the offense is flowing how it did today. Okay, True. What's Dre going to do? Is he going to pass out of the three? Or no? Can he give it to Kuminga? Or can he lob it up to TJD? There's so much you could do. Then it's just like, like you both said, and I'm just repeating basically what you guys said, it just opens up the floor. There's a billion things we could do versus when Curry's not on the floor. All right, how many possibilities are there really?
Clay's not really an option anymore. He's pretty inept. Yeah.
Exactly. What's it? Kuminga's gonna try to like run at the rim, ISO, try to make something happen with that. When Klay is not shooting well and Curry is, all right, the offense still flows because there's still Curry and Kuminga and Dre. But again, it's not to the same level as it was tonight. It was just, oh man, it was so good. It was so good. And I think Thomas, you had mentioned in the chat, you could say it so I don't steal your power. You're talking about Klay's release.
Oh yeah, just Klay has, and this is something that I think is, I mean, obviously he's always had it, but he's really going to it a lot more recently. And I think now that he's older and doesn't have as much lift on his shot, his head fake and pump fake when he gets the ball in a catch and shoot situation is absolutely perfect. And obviously, like his reputation as a shooter, and I mean his ability as a shooter is what makes it work more than anything. But the way that he has mastered going to that head fake and then immediately reloading and being able to fluidly get into that motion and still knock down those shots is really incredible. Like I would say 75 to 80% of the time when he is in a catch and shoot situation now, instead of trying to take the shot over a defender's closing out, he calmly goes to that head fake and then immediately reloads and knocks down the shot. And that's really not easy because then he's taking those shots standing still. It's not in the motion of the catch and shoot motion. But the fact that he's been able to master that, I think, has given him another weapon or another kind of tool in his tool bag as he gets older and he doesn't have the lift to get over those defenders closing out. It's really nice. I think, honestly, could help him prolong his career a little bit and keep him on the floor. Because I think earlier in the season, you were seeing him more so just try to take shots over defenders closing out, and he would look off balance and uncomfortable, and they weren't going in. And I think there's been a pronounced shift ever since he started going to that head fake with the results that he's producing. And it's nice to see a veteran making an adjustment and keeping himself playable, especially when he's a veteran on the Warriors and when he's Klay Thompson.
Yeah, I mean that's a telltale sign of like a hard worker, and like as you get older, you kind of evolve your game to kind of account for aging or injuries or whatever happens to you. It's just evolve your game to kind of counteract lost athleticism, I guess. But yeah, it always kind of looks like a bad shot, but it kind of goes in. So
No, yeah, absolutely. I think it's these small adjustments that show that they're key, and that it just shows the great culture of our team, right? Like, and I think I was also a culprit of this. That like the recency bias hating type thing, like, oh, Klay had a weird reaction in press conference. Oh, he's a toxic player on the team. It's not true at all. Like these guys have been together for so long. They know each other. They know Klay. That's his style. He's a little bit weird, as Thomas said really well that one episode where he was just kind of like, I think everyone's overreacting. He's just a weird dude. He's just an odd
He's just
guy.
Like sarcastic,
Sarcastic. Yeah. He's not really socially as socially adept as like Curry, right? Like Curry is just such a
also like stoned 75% of the time.
Yeah, exactly.
Another thing you kind of have to take into account.
Exactly. So and it's these small things that show how much this team means to him, Dre, and Curry.
Yeah,
and it's just such a beautiful thing because in this day and age where loyalty to teams is basically is pretty low. It's pretty low. I don't want to do like that casual thing. Well, in this day and age, it's at an all-time low. I don't really know. Off the top of my head, I would say yeah, it's lower than it was back in the day, I guess. But
I think it's always been
regardless,
pretty rare, though, to be honest. I mean, there's
what?
like anomalies, I guess, like people sticking with the team.
True, true. You know who did it though? Man, this
Who?
guy. His first name starts with an M. Second name starts with a
Legend.
J. Legend. He's a legend. He's the greatest of all time, in my opinion. Personal, humble opinion. He's a small player from Chicago. I don't know if you guys have heard of him. So it's a beautiful thing to see that these guys are staying loyal to their team. And what does that mean? They're willing to take that role cut. He's willing to come off the bench, man, and he's willing to make these small adjustments to his game or improve upon small things in his game.
Dude, that's one thing I don't think I mentioned earlier, but like CP, like when the season first started, he had never come off the bench before in his whole career, and then like that was a decision that had to be made, and we could have like run like not our best five and had like CP, Steph, Clay, Ray, and Wiggins.
Thomas
I
is about to
guess, and
hate. Thomas is about to hate. Let's see. Let's hear it.
He better have come off the fucking bench because otherwise he wasn't coming off of anything.
No, but he gracefully accepted it. He gracefully accepted it.
It's true. I mean, it is true. It is true.
There was one of your favorite players of all time. What was his reaction to coming off the bench? Carmelo Anthony.
AP.
Dude, that's
They're saying I gotta
so arrogant, bro.
That's what I'm saying. Imagine Chris Paul.
The arrogance, bro.
Chris Paul the arrogance, dog. The absolute arrogance. That's why he never won a chip.
Dude,
That's
CP's better than Melo. CP is better than Melo all
absolutely
time.
he's better than Melo.
Easily.
Absolutely.
Not in the streets, I guess, but like.
Yeah, I mean, not in the streets, but like, what the hell does on the streets mean? Lake.
Dude, we're just casually doxing us. Do not look up where it is in the state of California.
Okay, wait. Can we like bleep that?
Yeah, probably.
Like bleep. Yeah. Okay, we got that.
Yeah, that'd
It's
be
in
kind
our
of funny.
budget.
Wow, that's in our budget. Shout out our editor. Like we could just be like that. That's so funny, bro. Anyways, you guys get
No, but that's
my
that's
point.
totally huge for culture. Is like CP accepting that role off the bench because like now
100%.
Clay can't really say shit if like CP is willing to come off the bench after starting way more games than you ever did, Clay. Like probably not way more, but like more than Clay.
What is with
Clay
that? What's with that? Whoa. Whoa, Clay's won 4 weeks. CB 0 still has 0. Okay, let's.
Wait,
Bro, for how
CP
many
over
games
Clay
he
all time.
started?
CP Clay over Clay all time too.
Clay over.
FYI.
Dude, I
No,
don't care.
okay.
no.
Obviously,
Any
CP
real
over Clay.
Any real hooper has Clay over CP3 all time. I do not care.
Okay. Anyways. So
Are these real hoopers here with us right now?
yeah,
Are they in the room?
Yes, right here. One of them.
So yeah. I that's a really good shout out to CP, and yeah, he's also taking a reduction in his minutes as well, which is another thing. You just have to respect that. Like our culture is genuinely amazing. It's genuinely so damn amazing, and that's what it's like. We're able to get people who really kind of shouldn't win rings. Like imagine JP with any other team. I don't think bro wins a ring. But I think
He's a forever champion.
He's a forever champion.
So is Wiseman.
Dude, so is Wiseman.
Oh god. Dude, honestly, I feel like my brain chunks that like him out of the Warriors like history. Like I don't even remember him. Like unironically,
He is kind of irrelevant. Like he literally got his GP2. That's it.
He contributed nothing. He literally contributed 0% of our champion. Like if you were like to like build like a pie chart of like all the different contributions of everybody the season we won a championship, he would have 0% of that pie chart. He did nothing to get us that championship. No disrespect.
No,
I'm sure
absolute disrespect.
But yeah, I know.
Absolute
Do
disrespect.
something, bro. Do
He was
something.
our second pick.
Literally.
He was our second pick. When are we gonna get another second pick? God damn it.
We got it next year, bro. Easily.
We got it next year. Well, we're about to be
What's
like
up?
0 for 15 for the rest of the season. But yeah, anyway, so I think good sights for today. We're gonna be playing against the Knicks on Monday.
It's another test. We beat them last time, right? The most
we
recent.
did beat them. The most recent game we played against them. We're gonna be playing at the Chase Center, which is nice to see.
Easy
But
dub, easy dub.
is OG still injured? And
Probably.
OG's back.
Okay. Randall's injured though.
Randall is still out. I mean, it's unfortunate for us, but
That's the
you
thing
have
with the
to overcome.
Knicks. That's the thing with the Knicks is like I think they're honestly
Better
the
without
biggest
Randall.
challenge. I mean, they're the biggest
They
challenge to the
literally are.
Celtics, and I don't know. It's gonna be kind of critical if Randall's gonna have enough time to ramp up before the playoffs actually start. Because if not given enough time, then he's probably gonna be buns.
Okay, look, Wes. Okay, let's in the interest of spirited debate, let's have why on earth would the Knicks be a bigger challenge to the Celtics than the Cavaliers, who have a better record than them and basically by all standards a better roster?
They have a better roster than the Knicks. You think so?
Yes. Okay, no, I mean this is a real debate. Look, first off, let's acknowledge we all saw the Cavaliers get played off the court last year against the Knicks.
lights are too bright.
I acknowledge that. And Wes, my wonderful co-host, called it. He was the only one of us who did. And I think really one of the only people in like general, because
back when we weren't
follow
The
so
NBA
goddamn
podcast.
planet.
Yeah, I follow NBA media. There were not a lot of people calling that as being such a easy victory or an easy series win for the Knicks. So credit to Wes.
They ditched them.
But
They ditched them.
Just a couple things. Cavs are 100%. They've been playing much better this season than they were last season. Darius Garland's a year older. Evan Mobley's a year older.
They solved one of their
Jared Allen's a
biggest
year
problems,
older.
which was shooting. So they got like Max Strus and
They
probably
have
some
Max
other people.
Strus now, who's a great
D-Wade.
glue guy who was just on a team that made a championship run. They have Dean Wade, who had an absolutely
They
legendary fourth quarter.
failed to make a championship run. They failed to. They didn't actually win it.
Well, they went
The
on
Heat.
it. Okay, when you say okay, yeah, no, you're right. I guess, yeah, that's actually a bad use of the term.
Okay,
But
but
they
the
went on a
Knicks-
run to the finals.
The Knicks, though, on the
They made
other
a finals
hand,
run.
the Knicks, though, on the other hand, like they're better than the Cavs. They beat the Cavs in that series, obviously, and then the reason they lost to the Heat was because of like lack of shooting. Like they were relying on Josh Hart and there was like who's the guy they traded for Bojan Quinn Grimes. They were relying on him for shooting, and now they've completely upgraded. Like Dante is 10 times better shooter than
He's
either
good.
of those guys. They still have Josh
Bojan has
Hart
been
on the
pretty
team.
pitiful since coming to the Knicks, unfortunately for
But
them.
OG is one of the best, if not the best, 3-and-D guys in the league, and he's going to be healthy by the time he already is healthy. Actually, I guess so. There's that. But dude, OG locking up Donovan Mitchell. Let's see, Josh Hart locking up Darius Garland. They're putting on clamps, bro. Even without Julius. I mean, you guys hate on Julius. Even without Julius, I think they're cooked.
Yeah, no, I mean without Julius, you don't have to say even.
I just think the Knicks are too deep. Like defensively, they're very solid. I mean, the
Cavs
one
are
thing
insanely deep. The
that's true.
Cavs have
and the one thing
Cavs have like
the one thing I'll-
45% from three. Sam Merrill coming off the bench. That's going to be nice in a playoff series. I also like Isaac Okoro has gotten much better. Isaac Okoro's made a huge jump from three. He's shooting 40% on the season. That's going to be huge because he's the guy who's going to be kind of playing like the Wiggins role on their team. He's just going to be mostly spacing up at the wing when Darius Garland and Donovan Mitchell.
Spacing Isaac Okoro.
Isaac Okoro,
Those belong.
Isaac
am I
Okoro,
dreaming, or
yes.
is he-
40% from three. Isaac Okoro this season. I know, right?
That's insane. Actually, I'll give you that.
Yeah,
But-
that's a major upgrade from last year. Like I said, you have guys like Strus and Merrill. Again, I think they have a level of firepower on their not necessarily just on their bench, but outside of their kind of like big four of oh my god, I was about to say Sexton.
Jared Allen,
I was about to
Evan
say Sexton.
Mobley.
Yeah, Jared Allen, Evan Mobley, Darius Garland, and Donovan Mitchell. I think they have a level of firepower outside those four they didn't last year. If I were the Celtics, I'd be a little bit more scared of them than the Knicks, who again, I just don't. Where is the creation coming from on the Knicks outside of Jalen Brunson?
That's fair. I just think that like defensively they line up better than any other team. I'm not saying like they can actually really beat the Celtics because that's a tall task. But like OG is a good defender. Julius Randle he's like a big body that you can put on Jason Tatum. Jason Tatum's not really that big of a driver in the playoffs anyways. He's like a pull-up shooter, which is kind of
Which is hilarious.
Yeah, that's
No,
hilarious.
luckily for every team the Celtics ever play, he thinks he literally wants to be Kobe so bad. He willingly sabotages his own game to like fulfill his like childhood dream
This one's for you.
of hitting step backs in the playoffs. It's absolutely hilarious.
Dude, but that's the
But,
thing. Like even if Julius is not like I mean, he's going to be healthy, I think. It's just about is he's going to have enough time to like ramp up to be good offensively. But defensively, he should still be like a solid body to put on Jason Tatum. When he's on and engaged, he's a very solid defender. He's like underrated, I think, in that aspect. But OG's solid, Josh Hart's solid. Jalen Brunson is probably going to be played off or not played off, but like he's going to be like a weak link. But I guess that's just why I think they're the best, other than the Celtics, obviously. Definitely not the Bucks. Do you think the Bucks lame time?
Doc,
Who could be a bigger choker?
with Doc Rivers with lame time? I mean, man, I already went.
Double
I went on a
negatives?
Damian Lillard tangent last episode. That was only a day ago. I can't do it again. I mean, I think the whole world knows my thoughts on that. No, I mean that team is. I think they'll be good for a nice, an easy round one victory and an equally embarrassing round two exit. That's my, I think, locked in prediction for how their postseason goes.
That's the thing. Like when I'm gauging like playoff series, I don't know how well to weight, or I don't know how to weight like who has the best player in the series because like obviously the Bucks, Giannis is the best player in either a Cavs or Knicks series, or even like a Celtics series actually. But I think the Celtics just have too much talent. But like Giannis being the best player on either of all three of those teams, that kind of like I don't know how much weight that holds when the Knicks or the Cavs are better teams overall. You know.
It's I mean, there's a I mean, there is an interesting conversation to be had. Like the Bucks are kind of the forgotten team of the NBA this year. Like their
Thank
record
God.
indicates they should be seen as a contender. Their star power indicates they should be seen as a contender. Their championship pedigree indicates they should be seen as a contender, but due to a variety of factors, like the fact that they had a really terrible start to the season, the fact that most people are kind of starting to see Damian Lillard as being a diminished version of himself, which he is. I mean, it's definitely a narrative that's forming, but it's a correct narrative. The fact that it's
Yeah.
Doc Rivers, I mean, we all know how that goes. The fact that Giannis just suffered a pretty tough, embarrassing second round exit last season, all that stuff I think is kind of combining to make people write them off. And I don't blame people, but there is maybe a little bit of like backlash. You could maybe make an argument there, like it is kind of ridiculous how everybody's collectively agreeing to just treat this team that has like the third best record in the NBA as being a complete non-serious option to win the championship.
I mean, I don't think it's like not serious. It's just like I think the Celtics are like the clear best player, and I'm like whenever I'm thinking about who else can make it out of the East, I feel like they have to match up with the Celtics, and I don't think the Bucks do as much as the Cavs or the Knicks. Like they just have better wing defenders. Obviously, Giannis is like an incredible player, but he can only do so much, you know. And Dame's,
Yeah,
I mean, he's still like a solid second option, but like there's not enough depth as compared to the other two.
The other thing with the Celtics is just like Horford, Porzingis, Jaylen Brown, Jason Tatum. That's a lot of length and strength and weight to be throwing at Giannis on defense. Like they are very much well equipped to do a good job against him.
Yeah.
So like I do get it. It's just actually you know what I want to go a step further on this. I want to buy $1 stock in the Bucks. I just want to say that just for posterity's sake. Look,
Well, you have
I
no
think
money,
people are
though.
being
You
slightly.
you actually took a loan out to put stock into Ben Simmons.
We're taking look. This is America, dude. We take out loans here. Okay,
You're taking out
I'm
another
taking out
loan for the Bucks.
I'm taking out another $1 loan. I'm just putting it on the Bucks. I'm saying they might. I think they have a slightly better shot than most people are giving in to make a run. But we'll we will very much see.
Yeah, and I mean it's close. We're almost here to the playoffs. It's gonna be April. But currently we got March Madness going on. So let's take a small segment. I mean, it is basketball at the end of the day. How you feeling? I know you a college ball type of lad. So what's up?
Yeah.
Who you got winning?
I have to admit. Oh, dude, obviously it's our year. It's our year. I don't even go there, but quick 3 point slower for the fans. My dad did so, and I mean, the school I go to, which I will not dox myself, but let's just say they don't have a powerhouse basketball program. Far from it. So, I still root for MSU.
How are they unironically this semester?
They
This
are
semester,
just like
this year.
They're just like they've been for the last like 2 or 3 years. They're decisively mid. Good enough to get into the tournament, probably not good enough to win more than one game. If you're looking for just quick little word of advice to all of our loyal fans, if you're looking for teams to support, I have two for you. Go for Marquette. I love Marquette. They have a guy named Tyler Kolek, literally like Goran Dragic Jr. He's like the most stereotypical white boy hooper you could possibly imagine. Good jumper, limited athleticism, plays with the fundamentals, plays with a little bit of grit, a little bit of energy, a little bit of hustle. Uh, Basketball IQ off the charts.
Is he going to
I
declare
really
for the
like him, and I
draft?
like Marquette. Yes, and he's probably going to be like a late first round pick, I guess. I've seen him getting some Goran Dragic comps, so that's interesting. And then my
Goran play
second
who?
team.
We're talking about
Sorry, we're
March Madness.
March Madness.
Oh.
I'm giving a quick little rundown. Second team, sneaky. I think they'll be like a 7 or 8 seed. Colorado Buffaloes. They have this guy named Tristan Da Silva, low-key like Jaime Jaquez type beat. Nice jumper, insane footwork in the post. Great touch around the rim. Plays the game like he's straight out of 1968. Like classic college hoops player. They also have like a small guard who scores a lot, and then a guy who's supposed to go like top 10, but he's kind of been disappointment. But he's super lanky and athletic, so I think he'll probably still go top 10. But that's beside the point. You're looking for 2 teams. Those are my 2
Who's
teams.
your
I would
favorite,
say you
Thomas?
might make a run. It's got to be. I mean, it's so
Michigan?
boring. No, good one. It's so boring, but it's got to be Houston. I mean, anybody. I don't know how many of our listeners follow college basketball, but anybody who does knows they've just been too good this year to doubt. It's theirs to lose.
All right.
So I mean, we'll see.
Well,
I can't say I've been the most
Did you get your
loyal,
did you
devoted
get your
follower of college
did you get
basketball.
did you get your bracket finished, filled out?
It has not. You can't even do that yet because they haven't chosen the teams.
Ah.
So
Well,
that will be
goes to
happening
show how much college ball
tomorrow.
knowledge I have.
Yes,
All right. Well,
but as of Monday, you can do that. So
almost there. Almost there. All right. Well, that's a good recap of all that. Now, let's do a small segment of Basketball Heads Up. All right, ladies and gentlemen, we are back with a fun segment, a little bit of games, a little bit of goofs and gaffs and laughs. We're going to be doing some NBA Tic-Tac-Toe. It's going to be another shout out to Goal on the Line, I believe that is their name. I'm gonna find the name real quick. Give me a 1, a 2, a 3. Goals front 3. Shout out
how
them.
the fuck did you get that wrong? It wasn't even close.
What did I say?
We throw their
You
throw their
said
name in the
goal
trash,
on the
bro. It's a
line.
rival.
I mean, goals front 3 and goal on the line. Come on, brother.
There's a number involved. You couldn't have said like goal front 6 or something. I don't know.
Okay,
Anyways,
you know what I did? I mixed up. So you guys know Low, the Legend of Winning, the NBA
Oh,
the
yeah.
basketball commentator.
Yeah.
So I mixed him foot on the line with goal on the line with goals front 3. Mix of the two, because I just watched both of them a little bit ago. So that's why I mixed it up. So anyways, shout out to goals front 3. They invited us for like a collab. Unfortunately, our scheduling didn't work out. Unfortunately, so hopefully we can figure something out in the future. So how this game works, ladies and gentlemen, I'm gonna have a grid in front of us, and our 2 contestants. Mr. I just doxed you.
Yeah, thanks.
So you can probably bleep out your last name again. So you're gonna do 2 bleeps. Sorry.
Yeah, I don't even know how to do a bleep, to be honest. So I don't know how we're gonna.
It probably isn't that
Let's
bad.
find a bleep sound effect online and then just splice the audio over. Yeah.
Oh yeah.
That would be mine.
Hopefully, it shouldn't be horrible. If it's bad, maybe Thomas could just do that one part of the editing. Anyway, so our 2 contestants, Mr. West and Mr. Thomas, they are going to be looking at a grid, a tic-tac-toe grid, and on each side. So I'm going to be sharing my screen now, and to the fans at home, you'll be following along because you'll be able to see the grid. So I've shared my screen. The contestants, can you guys see the grid?
Yes.
Great. Now, what we're going to be doing, fans, is it's going to be a little bit of tic-tac-toe and a little bit of basketball immaculate. So how it's going to work is that there are the columns on the side. So as you can see on the left, there is the Atlanta Hawks, the Timberwolves, and the Rockets. And then on the top, there's the Jazz, the Spurs, and then 10 plus rebounds per game. Each contestant will get 1 chance to fill a spot on the board. So let's say Wes wants to do the top left. He'd have to give the answer to that question. He'd get an X there, and on we go until we get a win or it's a draw. Simple enough. If you guys don't understand it,
Come on, kid. Let's get to it. It's not that complicated, but you'll figure out as we play. So let's get started. I'm thinking a number 1 or 2. You guys will have to guess which number that is to get the first pick.
Okay, 2.
Two.
Ooh.
Okay, so Wes said 2, so that means Thomas is 1, and it was indeed 2. So Wes, you get the first pick.
I got it right. That's so unfair.
You get it. You get the first
wow,
pick.
that's unfair.
You get the first pick.
You're riding my
and-
coattails, bro.
And Wes, you are going to be W, and Thomas, you'll be T. Wes, go ahead.
Okay, I'm gonna go for the center spot with Kyle Anderson. 'Cause I think he played for the Spurs and he currently plays for the
Good pick.
Timberwolves. So
Is that I don't remember him playing for the Spurs, but I just mean being a low-key casual. Thomas, is that true?
Yes, he did.
All right, great.
let's go.
We're gonna put a W there for Wes. It's not booty cheeks, it's a W. Go ahead, Thomas.
I will
It's a
go
pretty
with
good
the
W.
bottom right. Rockets, 10 plus rebounds a game. I'll go Ralph Sampson.
Okay, that'll get you extra points, little bro.
I know, which is what's lame about this game.
Thomas,
That should be
That's
2.
true.
that's T for Thomas.
Anyways,
Wesley?
Okay, Timberwolves Jazz or Timberwolves 10 plus rebounds per game.
Let's talk
just
the
to clarify
fans at
something,
home.
if we get it wrong, it forfeits the turn, right? I feel like that's kind of how it should
Absolutely,
work
it
to add
forfeits-
something.
absolutely,
Yeah, okay,
absolutely.
good.
Okay, I'm gonna go KG 10 plus rebounds per game. I think he hopefully did it. He definitely led the league in rebounds
As
before.
moderator, I'm gonna have to fact check that. Just a moment.
Sure. He's gonna go to like that.
I'm almost 100% certain that is the case, but here at 3 Points Podcast,
Yeah.
quality is of
You don't even have to
utmost
check it,
importance.
actually.
So rebounds, he did. He had 12.8 in 06 with the
Wait.
Timberwolves, and he had yep.
Jazz Timberwolves.
Good stuff. All right, Wes.
Oh yeah, obviously.
All right, now Wes could go for the fans at home. I'm going to be commentating a little bit. Wes could go for the easy middle row, unless Thomas stops him right here. Let's see.
I had a little bit of a panic moment before I remembered about the existence of Mike Conley for Jazz and
Nice.
Timberwolves.
That's a good pull. That's a good pull. Thomas has blocked that. Now, Wes, where are you going next?
Let's see. I kind of want to block one of Thomas's, so I want to go Jazz Rockets. I feel like I'm missing someone.
You are
Jazz
missing
Rockets. Jazz Rockets.
Ooh, and I think we should put a timer as well. So I'm gonna put a 1 minute. No, I'm gonna put a 30-second stopwatch. Or wait, how much should I do it? Like, I guess.
I would say 1 minute is more fair
All right, 1 minute.
because I don't think either took more than 1 minute, but I almost took 30 seconds at last time. So
1 minute, Wes. You have some time left.
I mean, worst comes to worst, I have someone for 10 plus rebounds per game for the Hawks, but that's not what I want. Or maybe someone who played for the Rockets and Spurs. Anybody like that?
Oh, that's an easy one.
Rockets and Spurs.
Ooh, interesting. I think Thomas.
Oh, T-Mac.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Nice. Wes is there, smack down in the middle now. Wes has.
Yeah.
Is that the obvious one you were thinking of? He barely played for the Spurs.
no,
bro.
I was thinking of something. Okay, so here's a question. Now, Russell Westbrook has been employed as a member of the Utah Jazz, but he's never played a game.
That would count. Yeah,
He was on the Jazz.
that would count.
Do we think that would count?
Yeah.
I feel like he has to have played.
I mean,
feel like
I
yes,
guess.
I-
I mean, I don't know.
Check.
Let's see what this website says.
I was about to say that's why I was going to say check it.
Oh wow, they say no
Okay.
to that.
Immaculate Grid says doesn't count.
You can reset
I-
your minute. You can reset your minute.
That's
though.
what I was going to say because I wanted to
Okay,
clarify
reset
that
your
first. Okay, now I need to counter West. I think then that's gonna be my priority because it's so obvious. DeJounte Murray.
All
Sorry,
right,
Wes.
cool.
That's top middle.
No, I'm sorry. I was getting the drawing board out.
Gotcha.
Thomas is now there. All right. There are only 3 spots remaining. Wes could go for the win if he gets a diagonal. If Thomas blocks that, it's a draw game. Let's see, Wes. What's the next move?
Let's see. Okay, just to ensure Thomas, should I just make sure Thomas can't win? Yeah, I'm gonna do that. I'm gonna be petty. Okay, John Collins for Hawks and Jazz.
For Hawks and Jazz, John Collins.
Okay, so that's a
Oh,
draw.
interesting. Wow, he went for the risk. All right.
No, I mean
Wes.
it's going to be a draw because
Yeah, no
for
matter
10
what,
plus rebounds a game
even if Thomas gets both,
for the Hawks. Oh, actually, you know what? Wait a second.
I could still win. I could still win.
No, you couldn't. If I get 10 plus rebounds for the Hawks,
If you get them both
can't win.
wrong, if you get them both wrong.
Yeah, obviously. Did he do it?
I mean, you could talk aloud. It's not going to be your
Um,
final answer.
Okay, yeah. Clint Capella, he had to have done it. But
That's a good
I mean,
thought.
I could, dude. I will
That's
say
not
there's
exactly what I
a
was
slight
thinking
part.
of.
There's a part of my brain who's thinking like, oh, he had like 9.8 or 9.9 or something. But wait, can I go back further? The fuck would have been um.
I'm pretty sure this guy played for the Hawks. He's like one of the greatest Hawks of all time. I want to say.
Oh, why would you
Not
say
really
that?
saying much. It's
Oh
not
yeah,
really saying much.
wait. Are you talking about Pettit?
No.
Oh, interesting. Okay. Anyways, I'll go Clint Capella. I think there's actually a chance I'm wrong on that.
You are absolutely correct by a fair margin.
Okay.
This season he's averaging 10.5 rebounds, but prior to this, with the Hawks, he's averaged 14.3, 11.9, and 11. So,
Wow. I was not, dude. Okay.
all right, so Thomas has
Yeah.
secured the lock there. This game is officially a draw, but let's see for Goose and Gaffs. Can anyone get Rockets and
Rockets and Jazz. Trying to
That's a
think.
tough one. There's nobody. The only one who jumped to mind was Westbrook.
Honestly, I disagree with this rule like over here. Like players must have played in a regular season or playoff game. I think Russell Westbrook should count. He was officially a
No.
Jazz player.
No. Was Melo a Hawk? I don't think so.
I mean, officially, yeah. Like Kobe was a Hornet.
I think
for,
he had to
like,
have suited
4
up. No,
hours.
exactly. I don't think he was a Hornet. If you think so, Kobe's not a lifelong Laker. Is that what you're saying, bro? Hot take.
Actually, yeah, I can. That's a good way to put it. Is Kobe and he's not a lifelong league. Yeah, I mean,
I'm trying to think. Jazz Rockets. I'm trying to think. Is there any
all right.
like
As
old
moderator,
Jazz
I'm
like?
gonna search it, and then I'll. You can't search it, Thomas. Let me search it.
Bob Pettit, by the way, I was just curious about this. Bob Pettit had over 10 rebounds every single season he played, so I would have been right either way.
All right, so let me try to look at players.
I was thinking
some
Mutombo.
players.
I was thinking
I'm
Mutombo. That's the
gonna
guy.
give you guys some hints.
You know what's funny? He didn't spend his best years with him though, right? Or did he?
Didn't he was old by the time he got to Philadelphia
Wow,
with AI.
this is a very tough one actually. So I think the most obvious one that I think we all missed and that you guys would immediately know, Kelly Olynyk. That's an easy one for the Jazz and Rockets.
Well, yeah.
That's an easy one.
Oh
But
yeah.
33 players that played for both franchises. So I'm gonna go like just one by one. Rick Edelman, Shandon Anderson, Gus Bailey, Jim Barnett, Ron Behajin,
shout out.
John Block,
Warriors legend.
Ronnie Brewer, Tony Brown, and Antoine Carr, DeMar Carroll, Jeff Green. That's another person we'd for sure know. Daniel House Jr., Mark Jackson. Mama.
Dude, actually, Daniel House, I probably. I mean, I was trying to think of like notable Rockets. From
I think the
Harden
point is
years.
that we would know like three of them. Like Kirk Snyder, maybe. Like Kelly Olynyk is an easy one that we should have known. And I guess Jeff Green.
Jeff Green, maybe. Jeff Green's played for everybody, so it's actually it's
Yeah,
never a bad
he's kind of like a
guess.
safe bet. He's kind of a safe bet.
Safe bet. All right. Well, anyways, that was a good one, guys. That's the end of
That
our
was
first
fun.
round. Let's go to our second round for a tiebreaker. All right, we're back with our second grid. This grid is going to be the Wizards, the Warriors, and the Jazz on the left. On the top is going to be the Cavs, All-Stars, and 10 plus rebounds per game. Again, I'm thinking of number 1 or 2.
One.
Wait. Actually, I swear I didn't think of a number yet. I just said it. Okay. I'm thinking of a number between 1 and 10, and give me a second. All right, go ahead.
Okay.
Thomas, first guess.
4.
Okay, Wes?
7.
All right, it was 3. So this time Thomas will go
Okay.
first. Don't need to throw a tantrum. Don't need to throw a tantrum, Thomas. Let's get started.
All right. For the Washington Wizards and an all-star, I'll go with the easy one. Take the center square. Everybody's favorite Washington Wizard, John Wall.
Okay.
Okay.
We're gonna put T for
DC
Thomas.
legend.
DC legend. You love to see it. All right, Wes, you are up next.
I'm gonna go Nate Thurman for Warriors and 10 plus rebounds.
Oh, wow. Wow.
I don't know anyone. I don't know if Draymond ever
You
got
said who?
10
You
plus
said who again?
rebounds. Nate Thurmond. He easily got it though. He's like an all-time rebounder. I want to say. Hopefully. I'm like 99% sure.
You're absolutely
Nate the
correct.
Great.
14.2 rebounds, 17.1, 16.1, 13.8, 17.7.
17.1 rebounds.
22 rebounds in the 67
Damn.
season. Yeah, it was all farmers. We done with the 70s. All right.
Dude,
Next
he
up,
looks like he looks ripped as hell in any picture of him. He's just like got a huge ass vein popping. He's balding though. He looks bad, but
I mean, that was a
dude, his
style.
muscles though, goddamn.
Actually, oh, gosh.
Balding.
God damn, this guy was ripped. All right,
Yeah.
Thomas, you are
Warriors
up
legend.
next.
For the Utah Jazz at 10 plus rebounds a game, I'll go with the French menace himself, Rudy Gobert.
All right, you love to see it. All right, Wes, you kind of have to go for only one option, and this is an easy answer. If I think it's an easy answer,
Well,
at least
there's
for me.
multiple. Yeah.
Good,
Anderson
good.
Varejao. The guy I was
Yes.
thinking of.
Ooh, wow.
Although I'm pretty sure there's a.
I was thinking of Car, whatever his name is. Carjao.
Who?
You guys don't remember him? The curly hair.
Dude, for how obvious it was. That Anderson Varejao, that's the guy I said.
Oh,
Wes-
damn.
Wes, I hate to say it, you already lost.
Oh, what?
Yeah, because Donovan Mitchell was obviously an all-star with the Jazz. So that's my square.
Okay.
And Wes, you seem to have been put in an inescapable
He
bind.
literally won. Wes won.
Ooh, that's unfortunate.
Steph.
Wait, what?
Wait,
Tom
actually,
Stupid?
Let's go. An all-time blunder.
The winner is Wes.
I'm dead.
that's called content right there.
Dude, this game is awesome, bro. That's like I get all the easy dubs, bro.
What
Hakeem.
was that? What were you
I'm the worst.
thinking?
I'm just stupid. I'm the worst tic-tac-toe player of all time.
Wait,
Dude,
what
for a
were
second,
you?
I got scared. I
I
thought he got me,
so
bro.
confused.
I thought he
It
got
didn't
me.
even. It literally didn't even occur to me that was a win for West. I was just like, oh, I tricked him because like I win with either square, right? You know, I win with top, middle, or bottom left. So I win.
Wow, that was
Let's
so
go.
stupid. Well, shout out, Wes. He's
West
just
trivia
good at every
champion.
trivia game, I guess. All right, now we're gonna switch over to me and Wes playing against each other, and Thomas is gonna be the
All right.
moderator.
This time it's between Wes and Hassan. I lost and was thus eliminated. Just to start it off, I'm gonna think of a number between 1 and 10 billion, and whoever's closest can get the first pick.
All right, I'm gonna go with 3.
right,
I'll
Wes.
go with 4.
All right, Wes. It was 432,221,826. So Wes is closest. All right, Wes.
Let's go.
Your pick of the board.
Okay, first pick, Grant Hill for Suns and Pistons.
Suns and
my guy.
Pistons. Grant Hill. So Wes is gonna go down there for W.
For
And
pace.
now,
Notable bust, Josh Jackson. It's another option.
all right. Now for my turn, I mean middle. So if you want to get some TikTok, wow, yikes, tic-tac-toe strategy. Going down the middle is the best strategy in the game. It's the best opening in the game. So Wes has officially
Ooh.
taken the best opening from me. So I'll have to try to find the second best, which would be one of the corners. So, I am thinking I'm gonna go with nice and easy Rockets, 20 plus points per game. The beard. So I've taken the bottom right.
Okay.
And our moderator
I'll
seems to
go-
forgot that he's moderating.
I mean, what am I supposed to say? Oh, good pick, Hassan. Ooh, that's a good pull, Hassan.
Yeah, exactly. Perfect.
James Harden scoring 20 plus points a game on the Rockets. Wow, it's a
Thank you
deep
very-
pull.
Thank you very much. Now you have to be Wes. Is the ball's in your court?
All right, Wes.
Okay, I'm trying to think. I mean, Heat 20 plus points per game. That's easy. I'm trying to think of like Hawks, Rockets, if there's any notable guys.
As is always the case when trivia games, when you're not playing, every answer seems like the most obvious thing in the world.
I'll go with
It's
D Wade.
it's a curse of the human mind.
D Wade.
Sorry,
Heat
I'm
20 plus
interrupting.
points
Oh,
per
sorry,
game.
I'm trying to moderate.
So you say
blocked.
D Wade for what?
20 plus points per game in the Heat.
All right, Wes goes there. And the
Hopefully.
obvious answer that you missed, Wes, for the Heat, the Rockets, and the Hawks is Clint Capella.
Okay.
All right.
Rockets, Sun. Let's go CP. Chris Paul.
Damn it! Yep, that was good, man. All right, it's a tight game. I can't fumble. All right, I have to do Heat and the Suns. Interesting. Oh no,
Do I know?
I think I may have. Oh no, Goran Dragic.
It's okay. I was about to say that's the first. I literally
Yep,
can't
yep,
remember
yep.
just
I'm
now.
glad that came to my
Is
mind.
anybody keeping track of the minute timer, by the way? Because I
No, that's
could do
supposed to be
that.
the moderator.
Oh, yeah, I wasn't doing it.
Wow. Ugh. It's like putting Steph to
Let's
be a
Alright.
rim protector.
I'm trying to think. Pistons, Hawks. Let's see. Or Heat Hawks. Is there anybody obvious? I'm trying to think.
There's
How much time?
unfortunately just about 20 seconds.
Okay. Let's see.
Elite moderation.
10 seconds.
Okay, I'll just go Joe Johnson and hope he played for the Pistons.
The Pistons and Hawks are doing Joe Johnson.
Yeah.
Why
Okay.
would you?
Moderator, can you please fact check that?
I don't
why
know
would
for sure. He's a journeyman. He played around. You know?
but why not just go for the one that you can actually get?
Hawks Heat.
Because
I don't know.
no, the 20 plus points per game for the Pistons. Because it's not like a song can win on the next turn anyways. But you know, these things are to a tic-tac-toe expert like me, they're obvious. But
So
not
I
to
don't think
everybody.
Joe Johnson played for the Heat and the Hawks.
Yeah.
Um,
No, I said Pistons Hawks. Pistons
Pistons,
Hawks. He
Hawks.
played for the Pistons.
he did not. Yeah,
He did.
Okay.
he didn't
Pistons?
play for
You
the
sure?
Pistons.
You said Joe John. You said Joe Johnson.
He did
Yeah.
not play for the Pistons.
He literally did. He played for the Pistons September 19th, 2019. What?
That did not. Basketball Reference does not have that as happening.
Oh, he was waived a month later, so he didn't really play, I guess.
Okay. Yeah, Basketball Reference. If he played even a single game for them, they should have it.
I guess according to your
So-
rule, Wes, yeah, he didn't.
Yeah.
So yeah, something tells
That's
me he
kind of
was like
fun.
signed on their bench, but never got any
Yeah.
actual playing
Okay.
time.
Interesting. So that was actually a good one, but you missed that. Okay. So for the fans at home, now for me, the strategy is that I have to do.
See, Wes, you know this is the thing you weren't thinking about. But if you had gone with Pistons 20 plus points
Yeah,
per
I know.
game, you could have forced Hassan, you know. But it is what it is.
Yes. So worst case scenario, I go Pistons 20 plus points per game. That's an obvious one, but I'm trying to win. So let's see. Can I do Pistons and Hawks? Do I know anyone of the Pistons and the Hawks? Oh my God. I can't remember if he played or not. Oh man.
Dude, the Pistons are just
Bogdanovich. Did
bad for
Bogdanovich
so
play
long.
for both teams? I can't remember.
Ooh.
The older one, right? Bojan.
Yeah.
That was my idea too. Actually, that was my first idea.
Yeah. I think I'm gonna go for.
You have 10 seconds, by
Yeah,
the
I'm
way.
gonna go with but then West gets that. It's a win either way, so I can't risk it. I'm just gonna go Cade for the Pistons and 20 plus points per game.
You know what's funny? Wait, did Cade do that last season?
Oh wait. Sorry.
Okay.
I'm gonna stick with Bojan. I'm gonna stick with
Whoa. That you know you can't do that. Come on, I know you're a
Yeah.
competitor. That's not. Wait, let me. I'm not saying he didn't. I'm just saying I don't know if he did. I'm just checking.
I feel like you gotta do Cade.
Okay,
Cade, 'cause
look.
he react.
Okay, now look. Here's the thing.
You're not being a
This is about to be
moderator.
a
You're being
debate.
biased.
This is about to be a debate. He's done it this season, but the season is not over. Last season he had 19.9.
Interesting.
Does that count? I'm not saying does the 19.9 count. Obviously it
Um,
doesn't. I'm saying he's at 22.3 this season, but it's not over. This is what you guys are the competitors.
No,
I'm not even. I'm not
I don't
gonna.
think it should count. Yeah, it's not. The season's not done, so I don't think it
Okay.
should count.
Yeah.
Although I did say Bojan, but again, I switched. I should not have switched.
Well, yeah, you switched.
So yeah, okay, that's fair. I'll take the L on that.
Okay, I'll go. I'm actually pretty sure Bojan did play. I mean, obviously Bogdan is currently playing for the Hawks. But Bojan, did he? Yeah, okay. Bojan Hawks Pistons. I'm pretty sure.
Let's check.
I kind of have to try that at least to win.
I would like to say, Wes, doing Pistons 20 points a game would have again been the best strategy because he would have then forced us on to come up with another player who played for the Pistons and Hawks. He would have forced him to make Bojan guess. I'm just saying.
I don't know Hawks he is, so I'm trying to, and I'm pretty sure about Bojan for Hawks Pistons, but I'm not.
Bojan Bogdanovic has never played for the Atlanta Hawks.
Okay, that's fair.
Interesting.
So if you would, I'm just saying.
All right, so now I guess the strategy is I go for Pistons and Hawks if I can think of anyone else. Interesting.
I feel like I'm having a hallucination right now. Why is nobody?
I'm gonna go for the Pistons
I'm not
and
being
the
a
Hawks.
I'm not being a good moderator right now, but like
Pistons and Hawks.
I mean, it makes sense for you to try to go for 20 points per game because then I can't win.
Not really.
Thank you. Wes
No,
said it.
not at all.
I didn't want
That
to
makes no sense for me. Are you guys stupid? If I go Pistons and Hawks, then I block him, and then I have a chance to win with the Heat and Hawks.
Pistons 20 plus points
You
per game.
can't win no matter what.
No, I could if I go.
No, we
Pistons and
can both
Hawks.
win.
Yeah.
But if you go Pistons 20 plus points per game, then I can't win.
But if
Hawks and Heat, that's pretty obvious, isn't it?
if I also get Detroit and Hawks, you can't win either.
That's true, but which one is harder?
Yeah, I know. So, but I have to do one where I could win because I could do Heat and Hawks as well. And then I could. Okay, can I get a reset on my stopwatch? I have to explain my strategy in Tic-Tac-Toe to you guys.
Yeah, I will allow you it.
Thank you, moderator. Okay, Pistons and Hawks. Okay, I gotta really think deep. I don't think I'm gonna get this, because the journeyman Vince Carter, he didn't go for the Pistons. I mean, whenever in doubt, you go Jeremy Lin. He played everywhere, but I know he didn't play. He didn't play with the Pistons. Ish Smith, whenever in doubt. I know he played for the Pistons. I don't. Oh, did Ish Smith play for the Hawks?
Play for like 13 teams.
I'm just a moderator.
I mean, you gotta risk it for the biscuit. So we're gonna go Ish Smith, Detroit Pistons, and Hawks. I don't think he played for the Hawks.
Right. What I wanted to say when you said that was like I think he might have. But let me check. That sounds familiar. Ish Smith on the Hawks sounds like it happened.
Okay, he's played for 13 teams. He
So
played for the
Pistons.
None of them
Pistons?
are the Atlanta Hawks. None of those 13 teams are the Atlanta Hawks,
Warriors,
unfortunately.
Magic, Bucks, Suns, City, 76ers, Pelicans, Pistons, Hornets, Wizards, and Nuggets. So unfortunately, I was wrong. I risk it, but I was wrong. Wes, it's gonna be in your court now.
Okay, I'll go Zeke for 20 plus points per game in the Pistons, just to put pressure. You know, hopefully he averaged over 20 at one point.
You know what's funny is I would have gone with like Rasheed Wallace, I think, because I feel like Isaiah Thomas is the kind of guy who might have never actually averaged 20.
Yeah,
let me see.
Honestly, I believe that.
I would like if you asked me to pick, I would say he did it, but there's a small chance he didn't.
He never did.
Check it out.
He did in his first.
He did.
3,
22.9,
Yeah.
21, 21. Okay.
Oh,
All right.
wow,
Okay.
good one. Okay, so now Wesley gets that one. Finally, someone breaks out of the stalemate. So now I'm forced to go with Pistons and Hawks. This is tough
And your
because
timer starts now.
Pistons, Hawks.
I'm really just drawing a blank. It's kind of tough. Ish Smith was kind of my lucky guess. I mean, JaVale McGee, but like obviously I don't think he played for either of them. I really just don't know. It's a tough one, and even the unfortunate thing is Heat and Hawks. Unless I'm missing someone really obvious, I just can't think of someone.
Yeah, I feel like there is a connection between the Heat and the Hawks. I just can't
Both of them, I'm
put my
struggling.
finger on it.
I'm really struggling, and if Wes is to get the Pistons and Hawks, he wins it all. So,
Have 15 seconds.
I guess my strategy. Let me go for the Heat and the Hawks.
5 seconds.
Unfortunately, I don't know. I'm gonna have to
2,
wave the white flag.
1. Okay, it's a white flag. The board is
Wait.
open for Wes.
Okay. Sadiq Bey for Pistons and Hawks.
Nice,
Yep,
nice.
that's
That's
100%
so
guaranteed.
clutch. That's clutch, man. How did
Yeah.
I miss that, man? That's a recent trade too. Wow, Wes with the back-to-back. Wow, the two-peat.
Dude, I just started going down the route because I thought of like DeJounte, Clint, Trey in my head, but like not. I didn't go that deep, but yeah, Sadiq Bey, and he hit that shot over us last season. I think that
Wes
beat
2-0.
us at a buzzer.
Congrats to Wes.
No.
That was basketball tic-tac-toe. We hope you enjoyed with us. We're going to be throwing some more trivia at you guys, courtesy of Front Goal 3 or Front Line 3. I'm forgetting. But thanks so much for listening, and we will see you guys soon.